Hey guys, I absolutely love skiing, but every single time I go I never know what to pack, and I've always wished that there had been a video online that I could just go to which told me exactly what I needed to pack. And in fact I always want this for every single holiday because I always end up taking too much or I don't take the right things and it's really frustrating. So I thought, hey, I know, I've been skiing a few times now, I kind of know what I'm doing, and I think I've nailed it in terms of what you need to take, which should cover you for about a 5 to 6 day skiing holiday. So I'm just going to jump right in, and without further ado, this is what I think that you should take in your ski bag. Okay, so let's start with what you're going to need to actually wear skiing. And I'm going to start off with thermals because these are the first things you're going to put on. You're definitely going to need something to cover your legs, whether that be leggings or long johns. Personally, Uniqlo are doing a really good range called Heat Tech, and they have some great leggings. So I've just got these. They're just basically black leggings, but they're specially designed to keep the heat in, and they work really, really well. So I would say for a 6 day ski holiday, take 2 pairs so that you have one pair for the first 3 days and then another for the second. Now the first layer I would recommend putting on your body, on your top half, is a thermal thin layer that sticks close to your skin. I've just got a couple of these. These are Helly Hansen designing, and they're really thin, really lightweight. This is just a layer that sort of, it can dry really easily and it's going to keep you warm, and because it's close to your skin it makes you feel nice and snug. So I would take 2 of these sort of thin thermal stretchy layers with me. On top of that thin thermal layer, you now want to put a second layer. That could be perhaps a thin fleece. They tend to work quite well, but I like to use these sort of stretchy, slightly thicker thermal jumpers. Here's one of mine here. I like them to have a zip as well, either that goes all the way down so that if you're hot you can undo it, or just here, so that when you stop for a coffee or a glühwein, or what would you call it, mulled wine, or a hot chocolate, when you're sitting in the sun it can get quite hot, so it's just nice to be able to unzip some of your layers to get some air. With your 2 thermal layers, you could do with 2 slightly thicker fleeces, or again thermal sportswear jumpers. If you're a bit of a wimp like me and you really don't like the cold and you like to be as cozy as possible, I like to take some emergency layers. So something I do is that between my thin thermal and my lightweight jumper, I like to sometimes just put old t-shirts. I mean, this is just an old t-shirt that my sister got when she was becoming a ski instructor. My other emergency layer that I like to take with me is really simple. It's just a lightweight, can you see that? It's like a lightweight thin body warmer. So instead of taking like a big thick gilet with me, I like to take this because it will fit over my other layers and it will fit under my ski jacket. So on days where it might be really snowy, blizzards, whiteout, you do want to be warm. So this tends to work really well. Now the last things that I would wear on my body when I'm skiing is, on top of my leggings, my Uniqlo, what they called Heat Tech leggings, I wear Salopettes, which are really, really bright. Salopettes are basically waterproof, thick, thermal trousers, and it's sort of the trend at the moment to wear as brighter colours as you want. So you will quite often see on the ski slopes people in lime yellow, lime green, bright blue, turquoise. So this year I got myself some, they are glowing. Finally, for my top half, I'll put my ski jacket, which has a rabbit on and some sort of pom-poms. I don't really know what they are. I mean, what would you call that? What fruit is that? I don't really know. I think they look most like radishes, but rabbits like radishes, but why would you? It's really important to have a proper ski coat. Don't try and mimic it with a coat that you have at home. You really do need something waterproof and windproof. Personally, I think it's really important to have a hood so that you can pull it up over if you're sat on a ski lift and it's really, really cold, and it will stop the wind getting around your neck. And inside, most ski jackets have this thing, which is unzippable if you don't want to wear it eventually, but it's called a skirt, and it means that you can sort of clip it around your body so that when you're falling over, snow isn't going to go right the way up your back, so that's quite useful. Final things you're going to need when you're actually skiing are your accessories, I suppose. First of all, you're going to need a hat, something nice and wintry. I like this one. Whoop, because it's cozy, and most ski hats have a fleecy lining as well, and I just think the most important thing with a hat is that it covers your ears because your ears get cold. But if you don't like wearing hats, or if it's too hot, some people just wear headbands which cover your ears. So If it is going to be warm and you're perhaps skiing sort of like later on in the season when there's going to be lots of sunshine, take a hat, but also take a headband that just covers the places where you get ice cream headaches. Next up, I don't like wearing big scarves when I'm skiing, again because I like to be able to look around and I don't like feeling sort of claustrophobic and like I'm in a brace. So instead I use one of these around my neck, and here it is. It's called a buff. It's basically a really thin material that dries out really quickly, and on the end of my one is a fleecy layer. So the good things about this is that you can put it around your neck and it acts like a scarf, but because it's thin enough you can pull it up around your face like that, and you can sort of tuck it under your goggles, so if you want to you can just completely cover your face, which I quite often do on ski lifts. Next thing you're going to need is gloves. This is sort of another accessory, I suppose. Ski gloves. I like ski gloves which have linings that you can pull out. If you can pull the linings out, it means you can wash them separately, which is just quite useful and hygienic if you want to. One thing with gloves, don't get gloves that are too tight. When you try them on in shops, you might be looking for something that's really warm, but actually you do want to be able to move your hands when you're skiing because you're gripping poles. And also, if you've got a tiny bit of air that can circulate around your fingers, the warmer it's going to be. One thing you can't forget is your ski goggles. You're going to want to wear these when you're skiing or snowboarding because they protect your eyes from the wind. Some people can ski in sunglasses. Personally, I can't. My eyes just stream in water. But what I do like to do is have my ski goggles for when I'm moving around skiing, and then I have a pair of sunglasses, which I can't find right now so I can't show you, in my pocket, so that when I stop for lunch or perhaps for a drink and it's the sun's shining, it's a bit awkward to drink a hot chocolate with these on, so instead I'll put my sunglasses on top. I nearly finished editing the video and I completely forgot ski socks. I don't know how I forgot that. So I would suggest taking 3 pairs of ski socks. Don't even attempt to wear normal socks because you will get blisters. Final thing is a helmet. People can get quite funny about helmets and say, oh, it's not cool to wear a helmet, but actually in some ski resorts in France and in the Alps, you have to wear a helmet, or actually it's odd not to be wearing a helmet. And when you think about it, skiing or snowboarding is an extreme sport, so it makes absolute sense to be, you know, covering your head. This is something that is worth having. If you take a tumble, you might lose your confidence, and wearing something like this is going to help you out the next day. Now I'm going to take you through the things you're going to need for après ski for the times when you're not skiing. Firstly, you're going to want 2 pairs of trousers, sort of jeans I would say. One comfy pair of jeans that you can wear on the plane and when you're travelling, and then another pair of jeans that are perhaps a little bit smarter. Perhaps you've got skinny jeans, things that you can wear out if you do decide to go to a nice restaurant, or perhaps you want to go dancing. Just a nice pair of simple skinny jeans and then a cozy pair. Right, you should only need 1 pair of shoes. Personally, I like to take sort of a 3/4 length boot that perhaps has a fluffy lining but is sturdy and has sort of good grip on the bottom. Something that is smart and looks nice tucked in with skinny jeans tucked into it. Okay, so now let's talk tops. This is where I always get confused and I never know what to take. So again, for a sort of 5-6 day ski holiday, this is what I would recommend. I would start with 2 base layers. This is something, you know, it's like a strap top or a tank top, something that you like and that suits you and you would wear by itself. So if you are out dancing, you can just end up with your really nice tank top and some skinny jeans. You can always take some jewellery or necklaces if you want to kind of like jazz that up a little bit. And then I take a shirt. My shirt can be, whether it's sheer, it could be denim or checkered, but something that looks a little bit smarter, and that can go over a tank top if you want it to. And then I take 2 t-shirts, and those t-shirts are my favourite t-shirts that are sort of nice and slim fitting, that fit you well, and would look good under a shirt, or would look good, you know, with a strap top underneath it, something like that, that you would feel confident and sexy in if you're wearing jeans. Take 2 jumpers. One that's something like a hoodie that you can wear on the plane and you can snuggle up with, but you know, if it's something you like, you can also throw it on if you need to go to the supermarket or you need to go to ski hire or something like that. And then the second jumper is something slightly smarter, something that is nice, like a going out jumper. You don't need to take another jacket because you've already got your ski jackets. There's no point taking another one. Finally, and this is the last thing, you want to take a hat, a scarf and some gloves. Something which you're not going to wear skiing that will keep you nice and warm, and something that's a bit cuter so that you can wear it with your jacket and over your jumpers with your jeans, because the ones that you're going to wear skiing are likely to get wet and they're likely to get smelly, so it's just nice to have a pair that you can just wear for going out in the evenings. I'm not going to go into details when it comes to things like makeup and wash bags and jewellery because I think that's down to the individual, but if you wanted me to tell you what I pack, then just leave it in the comment box below. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my what to pack for a ski holiday video, and I'll see you soon. Bye!